Hey, it's Stage Door, theater podcast hosted by two theater dads who haven't seen squat. Today we're talking with Gabe and Lilly, two cast members from TSA's Anastasia.
All right, so you guys just came back from rehearsal, so you've already had a long day talking about all this stuff. So let's start there. Let's start with, what did you do at rehearsal today? Talk all over each other too. We
all
want,
right.
yeah.
So today was a blocking day, and we were off book today. Granted, some people weren't.
What does that mean?
That means some people didn't have all their lines memorized.
Well, we don't want to throw anybody under the bus.
No, we're not
right
going to do that.
No, we would never.
No.
Yeah, I just.
Especially if they're sitting on this couch right now.
I don't know. No, it's not me.
No, I know. It's not you.
There's only
There's
two
a
of us.
lot to learn. Okay, there's a lot to learn.
Yes, you guys do have lots and lots and lots of lines. So, Anastasia is the show, and Lilly, you play
Anya or
Anya,
Anastasia.
or Anastasia, the same. And Gabriel, you play.
I played Dimitri.
And what is Dimitri?
He's the love interest of Anastasia. Ooh.
Oh,
There's love.
that's what you led with. He's the love interest.
Well, that's what he
Basically,
is.
yeah. Not
You
much
want me
more
to say
to him.
he's the best friend of Vlad? Well, you don't know who Vlad is. So.
But what does he do? Let's start, I guess, from the beginning. Lilly, can you tell us what? Ron has never seen this show.
There's a show called Anastasia because I've never seen or heard of it.
Have you heard of the Disney movie?
I've never seen it. I've heard of it.
What?
I know.
How?
All right,
And
well,
I have kids.
we can give you the rundown.
Yes, give us a rundown, please.
All right, so it's basically about this lost princess in Russia, and it's about this girl who has amnesia. She doesn't know, where she was born. She doesn't know who her family is, and it's just all about finding out her past and is she really Anastasia, the lost princess?
Wow, that was super summarized.
At the end of the show, is there some doubt still that she
Don't
might
ruin
not
the
be?
show.
No,
don't
you have to
don't
come
ruin
see
it.
the show to
you.
find
We
out.
can't tell you.
Yeah, we're not going to ruin the show, but
Spoilers.
come on, give us a little more
on.
details than that. That's not going to make anybody
okay,
come
so-
see the show. We got to come see the show.
It's got some fun dance, some great songs.
Lots of explosions.
Oh yeah, totally. Honestly, there's a fight scene.
There are explosions
There are explosions.
because she's a part of the Romanov family.
I forgot
Oh,
about
yeah,
that.
because-
That's like
And if you know about the Romanov
We don't.
family,
Nobody knows anything. That's why you got to tell us.
Okay, well, the Romanov family did not have a great ending to their story.
no, they did not.
They're always losing their heads.
Basically,
Yeah, basically.
there's a lot of political unrest in Russia, and so they all died.
Yeah, so the people kind of overthrew them and just how do I say this? They murdered them basically.
Okay.
Not basically.
No, they did.
They're dead.
They are dead,
But
Fine.
One
this
remains.
Is a great show.
or so people think.
Or some people
Anastasia.
think.
It's a rumor in St. Petersburg.
You'll get that if you come to see the show.
Yeah, you have to see the show.
I already know. There's a rumor. A mystery or something like that, right?
Yeah, you got
The
you got
Princess
you got the gist.
Anastasia is blah, blah, blah. 'Cause see, I know some stuff. Ron
so-
has never seen it, but I have.
So somehow your two characters meet in a crowd of thousands.
Yeah.
Come on,
Actually.
you guys. We're
Spoilers.
gonna you guys really don't want to give anything up
No.
here, but that's what this is. You got to give us some stuff. Okay, let's do this. Okay, let's go. Let's back it up. We'll back it up. We'll back it up.
All right.
Let's talk about people in the show. Okay, so why would somebody who's out in Toledo even come and see the show? What's the point? Is anybody any good in the show?
I'd say there's a few good people in the show.
A few good people.
There's a lot.
Start dropping names.
There's a lot of good people in the show. Obviously, we have Lilly here,
Oh,
Thank you.
Um,
Thank you.
and we have our
Gabe,
other.
of
of
course.
course.
Thanks. But then we
Okay,
also
now we got that out of the way. Moving on.
and then we have our other friend who's playing Vlad, and he is the fellow con artist friend of.
Let's
Dimitri.
name names. Let's drop them because
That's Isaac Slater.
everybody's gonna want to hear their name dropped on
It's,
here.
it's
so-
the Isaac Slater.
The villain of our story is played by the Max Gerke.
The villain's name is Gleb. It's a very interesting name. I've never heard anybody whose name is Gleb.
So
No.
what makes him the villain? What did he do that makes him so terrible?
He's a communist
Oh,
in Russia.
Well, okay, so when he's part of the revolution, basically. So his father was ordered to kill the Romanovs.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
And obviously he has to continue that heritage.
A father-son thing, huh?
Yeah, so
Yeah.
basically it's his mission to kill Anastasia if she really is out there.
So like Javert. He's after. Okay.
So it's just like how he is. It's not that he's a bad guy. It's just what he's been told.
I'm not the bad guy. I'm just a bad guy.
I'm just gonna kill you. I'm not a bad guy.
That's a Wreck-It Ralph joke. So we got it's tough to be a bad guy. Yeah. So Isaac is great. I saw him. He was obviously Shakespeare in Something Rotten that you guys put on. He did a wonderful job on that. And I've seen Max many times. He was Nick Bottom in the same show, and he's done some great stuff. Who else is in the show that we should be looking for?
The Dowager.
The Dowager
who's
Empress.
Anastasia's grandmother.
Grandmama. Her
Grandma.
Nana.
Whatever they call her, is played by Zion Nureddin. Anastasia's parents are played by Cassie Herman and Jack Moran.
Yeah, Jack Moran.
All incredibly talented
Yes, everybody
young
is.
people.
And you have
Everybody
some
we've listed is
6th
good.
and 7th graders in it?
Yeah, so they opened the show up. Usually it's a high school show, but because they need children and a bigger cast, they opened it up to the younger grades. And they did that a few years ago with
They do it like periodically, depending on the show.
They usually do it depending on the show. Did they do it for Les Mis? Mm-hmm. Yeah, they did it for Les Mis. They did it for Music Man.
They needed street urchins for Les Mis. I was
Yeah,
trying to figure out like who would
there
be like
it is.
what would they like
I don't think
streetwalkers and they don't want them to be 7th graders, do
I
they?
don't think they did it for Something Rotten, did they?
No, that was all high school.
That was just
I
high
think.
schoolers.
All high school, gotcha. So they needed the street urchins. So it's always dependent. So TSA is always dependent on whatever show they're doing as to whether or not they're going to need younger people.
Yeah.
So that's kind of cool. You guys are the bigwigs then, obviously.
Yeah, we're the seniors.
And all these
it's-
7th graders are like, oh my gosh, she's so perfect. Like that kind of stuff. Is that what happens?
Yeah, I don't know about that. Honestly, it's a little strange because you always look at the younger kids and you're like, wow, they're taller than me. This is awkward. It's like you expect to see like the kids that were seniors before us, they were so much taller than us. And now you look at our grade and everybody is just kind of short. No offense to you.
Short and honestly a little immature. I cannot believe that we're all going to be going out into the adult world.
That's kind of funny. So all these 7th graders, when you were 7th graders, you always looked up and I kind of
Yeah,
idolized
they
these.
were like whole people. I
Yeah.
thought they were coming home to like a wife and kids, and now we're just here.
Now we are actually like high schoolers. It's like, oh, this is
But
what it is.
You're
Okay.
seniors, not just high schoolers. You are the leads. You are the leads in the show. So you have to put on this like leadership, obviously. So how have you guys handled that? Well, first of all, that's the other thing. So you guys are not rookies in any of this stuff,
wouldn't say
obviously.
so,
So I know the Gabriel, you started when you were like 6, 7 years old. Lily, when did you start doing stuff?
I started doing theater when I was in 8th grade. So
I know what show exactly. I ask these questions as though I don't know the answer.
Oh, of course you do.
I was like 13 or 14 when
What
I
show
started.
was it? I don't know.
That's why I'm totally gonna love
Was
this
it
show.
Music Man?
Bonnie and Clyde?
No, it was Witches.
Witches?
Witches was
You were-
the first show.
No, I swear that
No.
was after.
No.
Okay, then it was Bonnie and Clyde
I don't
then.
know. It's all a bit of a blur.
I know you were in Music Man. And
Witches
that
was like the first like big part I ever played.
Gotcha.
Oh yeah.
I had a lot of fun
Were
with
you the
that.
main witch?
I was the Grand High
Oh,
Witch.
the Grand High Witch. Sorry.
Yeah, it's like Glenn Close Witch. That's the same lady who played that. But it was but I that's why I'm really looking forward to this show because I've seen you guys since you were tinier, and now now you got the big old parts. You're not the tiny parts anymore, and it's this huge deal, obviously, and it's your last year. But I've seen you do these things from all over the place, doing all this stuff. Can you guys even name the number of times you guys have performed together?
I don't know.
Yeah,
We
We kind of get thrown together with like a lot
we
of
do.
stuff.
We get thrown together for just
We
random things
dance
in general
together,
too. So
we
we
do
have
shows
dance. We
together.
have like classes where we'll have performances specifically for that class.
Mm-hmm.
So like our intermediate acting class last year, we did this like.
Forgot about
You
that.
forgot about that. We had the advanced kids pick out these scenes, and then they picked from the intermediate acting class who they wanted to be in their scenes.
Mm-hmm.
And me and Lily were in a scene together.
Yep.
And that scene was about like somebody
Murder?
Basically, somebody.
No.
No, it was the mayor. The mayor like shot himself in the ear.
Yeah.
And we were trying to clean up the blood.
See, I love it because I saw this scene and how they're acting right now. No, was the scene.
It was.
It was a lot of arguing in the
Yeah.
scene.
It was like, no, you're wrong.
Can I name drop again?
Yeah, name drop everybody.
That was directed by Cullen Reynolds, a great friend.
The amazing Cullen
The
Reynolds.
amazing
He was
Yeah.
so
Cullen
great as a
Reynolds.
director. He was so chill about it too. He's like, yeah, that was good. I like that.
I personally think that Cullen cheated.
Cheated?
He picked the two of you two to play together as if you haven't worked together a million times. It was going to be easy as heck for
I
him
think
to
he's
direct
just
it.
smart.
Yeah.
So
He's just smart.
So just what I'm seeing right now and hearing right now is you two are made to be together in this part. It just seems perfect. Perfect.
I guess.
yeah, that's if
I'm
you want to word it that
And-
way.
and
Yeah.
If you want to ask the
So
director,
I've
really her decision.
from an outsider who've never seen many shows, what can I expect from a TSA show, a grand production?
Usually their shows are like very professional. I want to say they're very professional, and we have a lot of talented students at that school who are in these shows. We usually do it at Owens Community College Theater. Obviously, last year we didn't because of COVID, so we did it in our parking lot of our school.
And it worked.
It
was
worked,
fine.
yeah, it
was
worked.
fine.
We had mics and everything still, so it turned out pretty good for the case that we were in.
Big sets, big costumes.
Big sets, big costumes, lights.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
we
we
always
have
have costumes.
The set that we like, obviously we don't have this set up right now. We're not in the theater. But what we've heard and like the diagrams we've seen, it's going to be really cool.
They're already showing you diagrams.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
yeah.
like on the ground, they'll usually tape out like what the set is. So they'll tape out the stairs and they'll tape out all the platforms. So then you can pretend like you're going up the stairs, and it's like, oh, I'm up here, even though you're just
Just to
standing on
like
the
give
floor.
you a gauge of like where you
Yeah.
are on stage, you know.
Do you take big steps acting like you're walking up?
Sometimes you do because you have
Well,
to fill in the time.
There's a big difference between walking up. I think it's like 10 feet up in the air.
It's
Like
a
the
lot.
platform
It's a
we have is
lot.
like 10 feet up in the air. So there's a difference between walking like across the living room and
Yeah.
walking up a ton of stairs.
Exactly.
So
Interesting.
just stuff like that.
So Juliet Quinlan is the director?
Yes.
yes,
And
the
let's
amazing
brag about her a little
Juliet
bit.
Quinlan. Yes.
And then we also have
No,
No,
we
brag
don't get off
about
to
her.
brag more
Brag
about
about
her.
her.
All you both said, "Mwah," that's not enough. You got to give her more love.
she's
than that.
amazing. I mean, why
She's
wouldn't she
amazing.
be?
Why? Why is
I
she
think
amazing?
she's like nurtured and loved us since we were like how you're saying like
Yeah.
little babies, and now it's just like come to this moment where she can just really get to.
Oh yeah, she's always super kind and nice about things. If something comes up, she's super nice about it and sweet. Like, oh, it's okay, it's okay. And she
And
she's
she also just
super
has
nice about
a
it.
great artistic vision.
Oh
I
my God,
love
yeah.
to see what she does, and she has such like a free way of doing things. It's like she doesn't have to stick to some preconceived notion of like how a show should look.
Flexible.
Yeah, like in our version of Anastasia, there's a lot more like memory sequences, which is great because it includes more people in the cast, and it's like you get to see this other side to the story, and like just adds a lot more depth to it.
Yeah, like a lot of that stuff isn't actually in all the. It's not actually in the
Like in the
notation of
Broadway
the script. So like the script
version.
has all the actions of what's happening in the scenes. There's a lot of stuff that she just took like creative liberties on.
Yeah,
so
and
that
she
could just
lets us take
people in.
creative liberty too.
Oh yeah.
We have like real conversations about like what we want to do, and just like it's cool. You feel like
yeah,
you feel
it's-
like a real actor doing your thing.
Oh yeah,
So,
it's
yeah.
really nice because you just get to kind of do what you want, but obviously there's still limitations because you obviously have to
Yeah,
still do
I mean
the
not
blocking.
limitations. I would say just like she directs us. There's
Yeah,
direction.
she just tells you
know?
what to do, and you can kind of just base it off of that.
Yeah, she keeps you on the tracks, right?
Yeah.
That kind of thing. You want to try certain things, and she's like, "Well, that really doesn't
Yeah.
fit." So maybe a
She's
little
just
more.
like collaborative with us, and
There you
it's
go.
a really great feeling.
So she doesn't rule with an iron fist.
No,
No,
I've met her. She doesn't. You're right.
no, she does not.
Big dance numbers.
Oh,
Cast
yes.
1,000.
Another name drop.
Another name
Yeah,
drop.
Another name
Miss
drop.
Laura Blaufus is our choreographer. This is her first TSA production that she's choreographing, and she's actually an alum of TSA, which is really cool.
Cool.
She teaches ballet at the school, and she's just doing a great job. We have a lot of fun.
Oh yeah,
You
we have her ballet class at school, and it's so fun because there's so many people that are actually in the show that are in her class.
Well, you
too.
two are both in the ballet class?
Yeah,
as
we're
well?
in the exact same class.
Are you paired up together?
We were, but then we had to switch because some people.
Because you
We're bringing
are
in
always
another
paired
person
up
from
together?
another-
Yeah, I mean that works too. Yeah.
What is that? I'm sorry?
We're just bringing in another person
Yeah.
from another class.
Oh, okay.
How many years of dance do you guys represent to get to this moment?
You want to go first?
I don't know. Like 3 years, 4 years.
I think I've had like 6 years of tap and maybe
6 years of tap. Is there a big tap number in the show?
I think about 4
There's
years of
not.
regular dance.
No
So-
tab number. It's a lot
No.
of like. There's a big ballet at the end.
makes
it's kind of
sense.
like a show within a show.
It's Russian, so Russian ballet.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
it's the Swan Lake, so that's really
Oh.
cool to see. And then there's
Who's
like
the swan?
Russian dancing.
Who's the main dancer in the Swan Lake? That's a big part.
I think Riley.
It's Riley.
Muchler.
Is it Muncheller? I don't know. I'm so
Muchler.
sorry, Riley.
I think
If you're listening, Riley, I'm so sorry.
I think it's Riley Muchler.
Yeah, I think it's Muchler.
I don't know.
No, I think is it Muncheller?
Unimportant.
I'm
Her
so
name's
sorry, we
Riley. She
butchered
does a
your
great
name.
job. She's a beautiful dancer.
Oh
There
yeah,
you
and
go.
then it's also
Beautiful
Seth Crawford
dancer.
is the male lead dancer.
Oh,
So
nice.
He's
See,
like the
again,
prince.
big
Yes.
parts. Even if you're not one of the singing parts, your dancing part, you have an opportunity at TSA to have this big featured thing as well.
oh yeah, and they of course give like as many people as they can these small like lines so they can still have a chance to be seen by everybody, and obviously you want your kid to sing a little bit, so of course
So
you want
even
them
the
to sing.
seventh graders might have something to say then.
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody. I mean, it's a ensemble heavy show.
Oh, yeah,
it's
it
got
is.
lots
Oh,
of
is it?
stuff.
There's lots of solo parts in the shows.
So it's a grand, beautiful show. Just got everything in.
Well, we're
yeah.
really talking it up. Well, this
No, this
was
is
our
good.
second day of rehearsal.
Well, second day rehearsal back. We had summer
school,
rehearsals,
yeah.
like a month before school had started, and those went really well. We managed to choreograph everything, sing, and block everything, and then we just came back this past Monday.
Now it's just like refining.
Right.
Yeah, now it's just fixing it because it's been a month, and we're like, oh,
We got
forgot
like
it's
the
that.
building blocks and like the rough outline of what it's going to look like, and now it's just finding those like nuances. And
So in
Yeah.
the summer, you
important
go
things.
in for a week, 2 weeks.
We
We
did
go for 2
2
weeks, from 9 to 3 every day.
every single day.
I
We used to do it outside because of COVID last year.
Yeah,
That was
that was-
really.
I'd
it was
say
really
that's
hot.
probably another thing that kind of sets TSA apart from other schools. I don't think any other high schools really do that boot camp rehearsal type thing.
No, everybody that I know just does their rehearsal like actually in school, and we actually auditioned for our shows the
Almost 6
previous year.
months ahead
We
of
do it the
time.
previous year at the end of the year in like May. We auditioned. So like some schools I know like just recently announced their shows.
Yeah. So by the
And-
time this shows up, we'll have been rehearsing it for like 3 months.
Oh yeah, it's been a while.
Jeez, so 6 months before you even do the show, or is it 6 months before you start rehearsing again? I mean,
It's 6 months before we do the actual show.
yeah, some of these ninth grade boys' voices can change from.
Yeah, exactly.
Time they
That's
audition.
just the danger that you sign up for. I don't know.
All of a sudden, you hit a growth spurt, and
Yeah.
just so costuming. I hope they wait to measure you for costuming by then.
No, they already did.
well,
It was
I mean,
like
now.
the second day. Like actually, I don't even think it was the second day. It was like a meeting day
Yeah.
before we
It was
started
like they
rehearsals.
handed us our information packets and stuff. It was like, come here, let me measure you. Come here.
Oh, you're doing the show now. We already measured you. That kind of thing. So.
Yep.
Costumes. Let's talk about the costumes, and let's throw another name out there who's doing
Yes.
costumes. Gabriel, do you know who's doing the costumes?
Yes, I do. It's Miss Koenig.
Okay, because Lily's all up on the name dropping,
Yeah,
and
she's
you're over there
doing
like,
great with the names. She's like Miss Laura Blaufist. You have Miss Juliet Quinlan. Like, let me get in here.
I just like shouting out the people
No,
that
it's
help
good.
us
It's
out.
good. It's good. So
Yeah.
the costuming is who? What's her name?
Miss Koenig.
And I've seen some shows at TSA.
Oh yeah.
These are
And
made
she-
from scratch costumes, or they
Yeah. So
just
she'll
buy
use,
them.
She'll usually use some like base pieces of other costumes, but she'll basically make the entire costume herself, and it ends up looking really nice.
Other students help make costumes.
Yeah, at times I think so.
Our costuming department at TSA helps out a lot. I think that one other thing about TSA, I keep talking about it. It's really like
Please keep talking about it. That's why you're here.
we use every department basically for our shows. We have people from our theater tech, people from costuming, people from obviously like theater and acting classes. We have like dance department people.
Oh, yeah.
People that just want to be in a show.
You mean students?
Students.
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 So we have like students, even like sixth graders and on up, will actually like
Volunteer and
Yeah,
be
they'll
a part of
volunteer
it.
and be a part of the show, doing like they'll be behind the stage. They'll help move all the pieces for it. They'll be our tech crew.
Who's the stage manager?
Campbell Johannes.
Campbell Johannes.
Zan.
Zan. Okay, I thought usually that was a student.
Okay, so that's a teacher at our school.
Gotcha.
They are like the head tech director at our
They
school on
oversee
all the
everything.
shows. Every single show.
We have a couple student assistant
Okay.
Yeah.
stage managers.
Yeah, the tech kids, you have to honestly respect these tech kids because I have teched a show before. It's not easy. It's not easy at all. And I've never teched a show this big before, so I have no idea how like stressful that can be. Like it's your job. You have to move this piece onto stage or the scene is really confusing. It's like that's a lot of pressure for you.
And the costumers.
Oh yeah.
I'm just going to be at there like Will, I have
Like dressers?
Yeah,
Oh,
I
yeah.
have like I think like 3 really quick changes from like a ball gown to just
Yeah,
So how does
I
that
have
work
like
then?
maybe 2.
I don't know.
Haven't
wish I
figured
could
that
tell
out.
you.
So, like, when you run off, is there like literally people dressing you?
Yeah, so there'll be like little areas so that you can just like run off stage. And when I mean run, I mean you are running off stage so you can get this quick change done.
And Miss Koenig helps us to make sure like I'll probably have stuff on under it or like it won't be like a complete change.
No, you're not gonna be naked backstage. You're gonna have some,
No. I mean, like I'll have
underclothes.
I could have like part of the costume, so it's not like I'm completely putting on a whole new thing.
Yeah.
Right, but it is. But so you could have layers of clothes on.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. No,
Sometimes
it seems to always
you'll
be
put
like
on
that.
like more layers just so that you can just throw off a piece of clothing and you're already changed.
So you can be hot, sweaty messes.
Oh, it's bad.
Basically, yeah. You don't
then-
want to give me a hug after the show.
Yeah,
No.
so these tech and these costume people though. So you got these tech people that you said, oh, that's such a hard job. So they're kind of just like you guys in a way, where it's like they start off probably in the 6th, 7th grade and work their way up and learn from the older kids, and it.
Oh yeah, that's exactly
Yeah,
how it is.
totally.
They'll start out doing just regular run crew, so they'll just be putting things on stage and taking them off, and then sooner or later they'll learn about more stuff in their tech classes, and then maybe they'll be like a lighting assistant, or like they'll just help out with props, just something like that. And it's kind of like how we start out in the chorus, and then we slowly move up into bigger parts.
Very cool. Very cool.
And then you just have dancers who are not in theater, they're just in dance.
Yeah, so we have some dancers who just they auditioned separately. I think they were still required to sing to audition, but they're not making them sing because they just wanted to dance. They're the main people in all of our dance numbers. So we have obviously the Swan Lake scene. We have these big waltz scenes right at the beginning of the show, and then we have the super big Russian dance number.
Gotcha. And you have so one of the unique things that you were saying, Lily, is the fact that there's so much student involvement in the shows and so it isn't like just the actors on stage.
Oh no, we're a very small piece of like a big giant puzzle, and our teachers do so much to like help us and like get it all on its feet, and even like just to see the show, we have ambassadors, which are like students that come and like give programs.
Oh yeah, they'll help out like before the show, and even if you're an ambassador, you still get to like if you have enough seats, they get to sit down and even watch the show sometimes because they're helping out. And they're like, "Go ahead, watch the show."
Yeah.
So
And
it's a
in the
little
pit,
rewarding.
you got people in the pit.
Yeah, so we have all the musicians in the pit, and there's a few teachers, not a lot. We have like the wonderful Miss Dowell.
Yes, she's our
plays
music director.
Yeah, she's our
She
music
plays
director.
our
She
music
plays.
director.
I was gonna say piano. She plays our piano.
We didn't talk about Christina.
Oh yes, I'm so
Christina
sorry.
Arici she has a big part. She's playing Lily.
Conveniently your name.
That is my name.
gonna
It's
be
really
confusing.
confusing.
It's really
There's also a
confusing.
girl named Anya. So there's two. There's
There's
the
a
character,
girl named Anya.
There's a girl with her name. Her name is Anya. The character Anya. My real name is Lily.
And that
and
is
then
such
there's a character
unique,
Lily.
That's such. Oh, sheesh, that is
It's
confusing.
crazy because somebody will
Yeah.
say Anya, and she turns thinking
I just
somebody's
whip my
talking
head
to her,
around.
Of
like,
course.
Who is it?
Is there anybody named Anastasia? Just really throw it off.
No, thank God.
Yeah,
I
seriously.
mean, what are the odds? Anya's a very unique name, so to have somebody named Anya is in the show. I mean, Lily's not as uncommon, but it still isn't very common.
What about Gleb?
Yeah, Gleb. and
Yeah,
stuff,
where's the
so.
Gleb?
But the pit has a ton of students in it too, and that's really
Yes,
cool.
yes.
That's very, very cool.
So
And
it's just a
lighting
lot.
direction and all these kind of things.
Oh yeah, they're like almost all students, and we'll actually have when we're at Owens, we'll actually have some of the people who work at Owens. They'll obviously help out with a lot of the super technical stuff in their sound booth. So they'll help with sound effects and lighting. So it's not all relied on the kids.
But it's also a great learning experience for everybody that's involved. Because I think it's like the best way to learn is just like that hands-on experience being a part of a production like that. And I know I'm already learning so much about like just like having a part this size and trying to.
But you've had parts.
Yeah, you've had big parts. Be quiet.
Yeah, I know. This is the problem with these actors. These actors already learn from an early age to be humble. It's like, no, I'm not that important. I'm not that big of a deal. Yeah, you guys have parts before. I mean, you were in Croswell. You were Violet up in Croswell and stuff. And I know Gabe's had stuff he's doing as well. He was. I don't know. What parts you have? You have any other parts before?
No, just not a lot.
This is the first part? Okay, all right, my mistake. Then.
Yeah,
Okay.
totally.
Yeah. But when is the show?
October 14th?
Yeah, there it is. October 14th through
The 17th.
17th.
So that's a Thursday, a Friday, a Saturday, and a Sunday.
So do you
There
guys
it is.
sometimes, well, you've only had 2 real rehearsals, get yelled at? Do you two get yelled at? Do you get scolded?
Well,
do you get,
not-
does the
We love
director...
to have
Really?
fun.
Oh yeah,
We
we're
love to have
very
fun.
energetic group.
Um,
So there's like there'll be people like talking on the sidelines, and obviously they're gonna have to just go
The sidelines?
"Shh." Yeah, I don't
Is this
know.
like a football game?
Listen,
Like the wings?
yeah, the wings there.
Yeah, yeah.
Happy proper theater terminology.
We also have started to hacky sack.
Uh,
That's really what Miss Quinlan only has an issue with, because I guess somebody
Yeah, I
somebody
think it was-
broke their nose before a show playing hacky sack, if you can believe
somebody
that.
got kicked right in the face, and they couldn't sing for an audition, so they couldn't be in the show at all. And it's all because they were playing hacky sack. And so now,
Yeah.
if we ever pull out a hacky sack and start playing, Miss Quinlan,
She's like, put it away.
she's like,
Put
no,
it away.
no.
But I'd say that's the extent of the disciplinary action we are faced with.
That's every theater teacher, though. Even Dowell says it too. None of them like the hacky sack, but we still do it.
well,
We still
God,
play.
trying to have fun, man. That's the whole point,
real.
right? To have fun and have a good time and do stuff. I get that, you guys. This can't be all work. I mean, a little bit of fun messing around.
It
you
is
guys,
fun.
Yeah.
The show's super fun,
Oh, it's
too.
so fun.
Like, I get to do, Gabe flips me, I do a backflip. That's
Oh yeah,
so
we
fun.
have like these.
What?
There's a
Yeah.
dance number where basically, Isaac picks her up, passes her to me, and then I just flip her.
Yep.
So you're just getting passed around, are you?
Basically.
Why'd you say it like that?
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't
Why'd
mean
you
it
take
like.
it like that?
Yeah, I don't,
Listen,
this is all going in.
no.
I was just saying. She, 1 minute she's on the.
One
on
minute
the-
she's standing on the ground, and the next she's.
Then Isaac picks her up and throws her to you, and then you
Yep, and
flip
then
her.
I
It's a
flip her.
dance number. It's not
Yeah.
just
Dance.
like
It's
willy
like these
nilly.
fun, like
Yeah.
acrobatic moments in the.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Very cool.
There's like
Well,
some
it's a good thing
waltz
you
moments
guys
too, yeah.
have taken some dance then all these
Yeah,
years.
so it's
Yeah,
really
for sure.
helpful.
Yeah. So, one more time though, I just need to know, why would somebody want to come to this show?
It is one of the first like school productions of Anastasia.
Yeah, the
It's
rights
actually
just came out for it.
yeah,
like,
it's still
a few
touring.
months ago.
The national tour's coming to Toledo, I think a couple weeks after our production, which
I didn't even know that.
yeah, it's really that's like not a typical thing that high school productions encounter. And it's also just like a beautiful show.
Oh yeah, the music is
score.
really nice, and the singing, like every single character has some sort of really good song that they sing, and it's like, wow, that was really good.
Yeah, it has a great
impressed.
use of like themes and just, it's a great show. The costumes, the dance.
Oh yeah, the dance is really nice because there's like so much, like, you don't really see a lot of ballet in musical theater. You'll usually just see like this fun, upbeat, jazzy dance and maybe some tap dance. That's not at all what this show is. You have Russian dancing, and you have
Waltzing.
waltz, you have ballet, and it all just fits perfectly.
Yeah, and like aside from like the showy part of it, it's really just like at the core a show about family and just like the love and what completes you.